Hey everyone, and welcome to r/unpopular opinion. The sub that is basically a fight just waiting to happen. Now, I actually covered this sub just a few days ago, and guys, you seem to absolutely love it. Thank you so much to everyone who commented and said they liked the sub and they wanted more of it, because here it is, part 2 of r/unpopular opinion. Because here it is, and I don't want to waste another second, so we'll jump straight into this first one by user/theory and comp. You can't be pro-life and participate in IVF. Okay, before you delete me because it's related to abortion, hear me out. I don't care which side of the argument you're on. Pro-life, pro-choice, whatever, more power to you. I'm just specifically saying, if you are pro-life, you have to object to in vitro fertilization. IVF clinics trash more fertilized eggs a year than abortion clinics. The entire process is them fertilizing a certain amount of eggs, transplanting the ones least likely to have genetic problems into the mother, and tossing the rest and/or freezing them, and then tossing them later if the parents decide not to try again. If you believe life begins at conception, i.e. fertilization, then an embryo that does not get implanted is murdered the same way an aborted embryo is murdered. The only reason people don't make a huge deal out of it, like they do with Planned Parenthood or other family planning clinics, is because it's expensive. It's for the upper middle class and above. Meanwhile, abortion is often seen as a lower class problem. So anyway, pick whatever side you want, but whatever side you pick, actually follow through on those beliefs. Don't make exceptions for the shiny new thing. And why I decided to start with this somewhat controversial one is because this is a topic I've never really thought of before. Linking abortion and in vitro fertilization, like Opie makes some genuinely interesting points. I also can't really say if I personally agree or disagree with this one. It's just one of those little facts I want to store away. And if anyone wants to argue with me about the topic, it might just be one of those little things that I bring up into the debate. Very interesting stuff, not something I've thought about, and I think I'll move to a slightly more lighthearted one by user/RinIAC. Photos of kids with food smeared all over their faces aren't cute or funny. It's gross. If you must take a photo of your child eating, which you no doubt have thousands of already, clean their damn face. It makes me almost queasy when I see parents posting these kinds of photos on social media, or sending them in to adorable videos compilations. The worst are those Facebook pages of businesses who do food or desserts. The parents will just outright post a photo of their kid with said business's product mushed all over them, as if it's supposed to be enjoyable in some way. Newsflash, it isn't. You know, I probably wouldn't go as far as calling these pictures gross. I swear everyone has them. But at the same time, the ones my parents have of me are stored somewhere way out the back of the house in a long forgotten room, and I hope to keep it that way. So it's one of those things where I don't really find it disgusting, but it's also not a photo I'd put out on Facebook. And here's the next one by user/6vi6. If you can't find one thing you agree with on the opposing side of a political debate, you're a polarized idiot. If you can't find common ground in political debate, you're the problem. You're why things are so horrible right now. Political discourse requires insight from across a spectrum to truly succeed. The mass majority of citizens fall in the middle between the extremes. We want discussion that's civil, and the name-calling, the closed-minded labeling of the opposite side are completely insane. It's absolutely stupid. If you can't find one single thing the opposite side has done or said that you can agree with, you're polarized and your opinion is worthless. Yeah, this is an interesting one, because way too often it's just easier to agree with the majority than come up with your own opinion on an issue. I mean, I understand that some people may have a very strong opinion for one side or don't really care enough to make their own point of view and just agree with one side. But those are also the people I would never argue politics with, or pretty much anything for that matter. It's just either boring or frustrating, one of the two. And actually, want to give a shout out to everyone who's been in the comments lately. All of you people have been giving some great opinions, especially in r/Am I the Butthole. I've been surprised by how reasonable everyone has been and what good opinions people give, so thank you to all of you guys. And make sure to comment on this video as well. I always love reading through your comments, so keep doing what you're doing. And here's the next one by user/pesto tomato time. If you're a picky eater, it's your job to figure out where we eat. I cannot tell you what a struggle it was dating someone who didn't like eating pasta, anything with Chinese, seafood, all vegetables except like 5, pork, soups in general, mostly salad dressings, most spices, and so on and so forth. Like, what should we eat for dinner? Sushi, spaghetti, ramen, steak, pizza? Nope. Like, I get stressed spending so much time finding a place where we can both eat. And OP does add that their ex had absolutely no dietary restrictions, so that's an interesting one. Though I mean, I genuinely don't get that one. How can you eat almost nothing? I mean, like, sure, there are foods I don't really like. And fair enough, like, you don't have to like everything. But how do you even go through life eating almost nothing? I mean, what can this person eat? I'm going through this list, and I'm really struggling to come up with stuff. I can think of bread, rice, salad dressing, spices are off the table. What does this person even eat? And actually, personally, it really annoys me when people are super picky about their food. Like, come on. All you're doing is trying something new. Even if you think it's not great, at least you've tried it and now you know for sure. And you know what's even worse? Half the time, these picky people will try these foods and they're like, oh, they're actually quite nice. Just stop, please. And here's the next post by user/shortbus79. The world needs to stop lumping all Americans together. We are a very diverse, multicultural society with very complex issues that are very difficult to approach and solve. I see so many posts about how dumb Americans are, how all of us treated the virus recklessly, our values are nationalistic, and we have no idea how the rest of the world operates. America, by definition, has a very diverse landscape. We're essentially several countries wrapped under one federal government. We're not a one-size-fits-all society. To approach America with a mindset of we're all the same is irresponsible, ignorant, and lazy. Our spectrum of human beings is wide, which makes it a unique country. It's not perfect, will never be, and has so much room for improvement. The American experiment has worked and will continue to work, even through trying times that are well documented today. And just to clarify, when OP said America, they did mean the United States. And as the comments really point out quite well, this sort of applies to all generalizations. It's just a bit of a funny one that is very relevant right now, and that's why we use it. I mean, I'm tossing up between putting in a few funny memes about America while I'm editing. I'm not sure what I'll decide yet, but it's been funny lately having a look at a few of those. Everyone fully understands that most people are not like the stereotype, but we're still there, still making the jokes. And here's the next one by user/DumbF. Nice and calm people are more dangerous than people who are angry or easily infuriated. Allow me to explain. If you're talking to an easily angered person, you'll know to expect them to get angry, so you'll watch what you say. When you're talking to a nice person, you have no idea what to expect, so you just talk, and you'll never know what'll annoy them. And another thing, if you're talking to an angry person, you know their thoughts, mad or angry or frustrated. If you're talking to a calm person, you assume they're calm, but what if they're sad or angry or scared? Nice people are unpredictable people, and that's a fact. Alright, gotta say this post seemed a little bit odd to me at the beginning, but I do agree that if you make a nice or calm person angry, you're in for a lot of trouble. I've been reading through the comments, and what OP seems to be describing is more of a angry person who's just bottling up their anger and getting ready to explode. Personally, I think those are worse than just regular angry or easily infuriated people. Though genuinely nice and calm people will generally stay pretty nice and calm, even if you do make them angry. they'll be able to explain why you made them angry and why they feel like that, and just be decent about it. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm reading into this one too much, so let's move on to the next one by user/Fufa120. Overcast days are extremely underrated. Okay, I know so many people who just love sunny days, saying things like, it's such a beautiful day. I'm sorry that when I look outside my window in 80-degree heat and see the hot sun blaring down on me, I don't immediately frolic in the streets. I swear, when I say that I love days where you can't see the sky, people look at me crazy. You can go outside for as long as you want without putting on 1000 SPF sunblock. And you can also stay inside without other people making you guilty. It's the perfect in-between, and I don't get why so many people disagree. And an edit from OP, I live in the Bay Area, so overcast days are usually 60 to 70. Let me get my metric converter out. Alright, 60 degrees Fahrenheit is about 15 Celsius, and 80 is about 25 Celsius. Alright, now with this one, I think a lot is A, personal opinion, and B, depends on where you live. Because if you never see the sun, or if it's sunny all the time, you will most likely be happy for a change. I mean, on the other hand, I do love hot sunny days, and it does get pretty hot and sunny where I live, so it's pretty good. My only reason for not liking cloudy days is because clouds often bring rain, and I don't like the rain. On the other hand, as I'm recording it, it's actually fairly overcast, not too cold, so I'm pretty happy with that. Honestly, just your own personal perspective. Actually, leave your favourite weather in the comments down below. I want to see what people think. And here's a funny little one by user/Chazfenster. The tiny diced onions on McDonald's value burgers are delicious. I absolutely love the handful of impossibly small diced onions on burgers like the McDouble. They add such a nice, sweet flavour to the burger, and they give each bite a very satisfying little crunch. I would much rather have onions like that instead of pulling a 6-inch long onion slice off my burger, ruining the construction of it. Interesting, I feel like I haven't seen these little onions for a while. I definitely know what you're talking about, OP. Never had anything against them, but I feel like I haven't just seen them for a while. I'm not sure, maybe they're not a thing anymore, or maybe they're not a thing in my area, or maybe I just haven't gotten the right burgers, but I just haven't seen them in a while. And guys, I think this post will be the last one for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel for Reddit videos 3 times every single week. But with that said, that is it from me. I hope you all enjoyed, and all I want to do is see you all here next time. See you later, guys.